Israeli plans to build more than 1,000 new homes in occupied East Jerusalem have been described as deliberate provocation by Palestinians and peace groups. Last week, the announcement might have been lost in the fog of the US midterm elections, but with Barack Obama in Indonesia, it's had a much bigger impact. Middle East correspondent Ben Knight reports from Jerusalem.
Israel captured this land between Jerusalem and Bethlehem in 1967. 3 decades later, it built this, Har Homar. Clearly, there's been no freeze on building here. Now, this neighbourhood is set to grow by 1,000 more apartments.
This is a show of defiance of the international community, of the United States government and of the peace process.
In the West Bank settlement of Ariel, another 800 homes have been given the go-ahead. Israel says it could be years before homes are built, but the timing of the announcement could hardly be worse.
This kind of activity is never helpful when it comes to peace negotiations. I'm concerned that we're not seeing each side make the extra effort involved to get a breakthrough.
It's the second time this year Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, has embarrassed the White House by holding backslapping meetings with the American Vice President while the Israeli government is approving hundreds of new homes to be built on occupied land.
Today he's trying to stop negotiations and to put all the blame on the Palestinians.
But Israeli government officials say that in any peace agreement, neighbourhoods like Har Homar will be part of Israel, and that building here doesn't contradict the desire for peace. But Palestinians are increasingly frustrated and increasingly talking about declaring their own state with or without Israel, with the support of the United Nations Security Council. Benjamin Netanyahu says that won't work.
The only way you're going to conclude a successful peace negotiation is if you actually engage in it. And I'm disappointed with the fact that the Palestinian Authority has found ways to not to negotiate, to seek a detour, to somehow go to the UN or go to the Security Council or go elsewhere, in avoiding the critical negotiation that we have to engage in.
History's repeating itself in another way here today. The foundations of this neighbourhood were laid 12 years ago during Benjamin Netanyahu's first term as Prime Minister. It severely damaged relations between Israel and the Clinton White House. And that's something Hillary Clinton will remember well. The two will meet this week during Benjamin Netanyahu's tour of the United States. In New Orleans, the Prime Minister tried to talk about Iran, but was heckled by Jewish students.
The occupation delegitimizes Israel! The occupation delegitimizes Israel! The occupation...
But this crowd was with the Prime Minister.
God bless you, and see you this year in a united Jerusalem. Thank you very much.
His support at home appears to be just as strong. Ben Knight, Lateline.